Thank you for watching. Press the like button. Let's get the ball rolling. So preparation has begun, or began a few days ago actually. I've been doing a few things on the rig. We're heading for the primary school soccer project in the Delta. Very excited, but some challenges. Nothing obviously comes without challenges. So for those of you that don't know, we did a bit of research into doing a soccer project for primary school kids in the panhandle of the Delta. Very excited, went really well, but everything bottlenecks. So at the moment we're waiting for the soccer balls to arrive. Don't know where they are. The sponsor, who gratefully, I won't mention the name yet, is looking into it to figure out what to do. So we'll come back. Thank you for watching. Press the like button. Let's get the ball rolling. So as we know, bottlenecks create stress. It's not the first rodeo, but let me just tell you some of the things that I've done to the rig. So finally we sorted out that gas bottle. If you watched the last series, you would have known we had a fire with a hose. Super scary, obviously quite worrying. I put the gas bottle in a proper cage, covered it, put it in the back left wheel arch, which is super safe, but also very comforting that we can get to it easily when we want to boil water, cook, whatever it is. The second thing is I've changed the bull bar. I've made getting into the front of the light of the bull bar a lot better, a lot easier and smoother. Used it yesterday, amazing. One of the reasons for that is because there's some new lights coming from Vision X. Very excited about that. So I had to get into wiring. But even as bottlenecks go, challenge number 2 is that parcel from the US has not arrived. Waiting to find out about that. That seems to be a public secret with the courier company. What else has happened? Cleaned up the back of the rig, be a little bit more streamlined. Waiting for the draw slider to be done. There needs to be a lock in the draw slider so that if you had a slight angle, it doesn't slide back or forward. Very irritating on that sense. Cheap. Anyway, I don't think it's going to happen now. It's a bit too late. Yeah, supposed to leave and be in Botswana a week today. Going to have to air freight the boxes. That's a bit of a vibe. I don't know what that's going to cost and also where everything is. So today I'm going to buy the cones and pumps and sit and twiddle my thumbs waiting for the phone to ring. Beautiful day in Cape Town. You get to see the stress that we go to. I might not be able to show you everything. I'm not used to this. Wind is running really well. Super happy about that. Oh, I also moved the air compressor for the tires to a more convenient place. It was a bit of a challenge getting to, only needed it if we have to. Now I can get to it whenever I want immediately, and the benefit of that is some of the roads are challenging but not very long. 120 kilometers of really bad dirt and tar. That's the section from Gomari to Shikawi. Horrendous, but now I can drop tire pressure and then just put more tire pressure in when we go up and down that route. So we're going up the normal way. We're going up into box pits along the Botswana side, hugging the border of South Africa, and then getting onto the freeway going past Ganzi. Yeah, hi, morning. I'm just following up please on any update on those soccer balls, please. I'm kind of stressing. I've got a lot to plan and logistically do, and I've still got to get them up over to into Maun. Yeah, they're going to be air freighted. Okay. All right. I'll wait to hear from you. Thank you. Yeah. Thanks very much. Okay. Bye. Yo. This is about the 13th phone call for to find out about soccer balls. Yeah, we're now in the last week. We leave in 2 days on Wednesday morning. We start on Monday and it's still going to get up. Hello, yes. Hi, this is Anton. Yeah, hi, me again. I know. I'm just following up. Thanks. Is there any news? It arrived yesterday. Okay. All right. Yeah, I was hoping to get a phone call because I've still got to arrange to get it to Botswana. Yes. All right. I appreciate it. Thank you. So a little frazzled. Just had a lot going on, and I'm just installing the new Vision X Unite Pod lights. You've got to screw these nuts and bolts in from there. It's got like a double connecting bridge pin, whatever you want to call it, and quite simply it slides in that way. So yeah, when you get it right, and what happens is, because you see that little pin there, or those two bridge pins, that you just push in, and that goes into the one that's buddy right next to it. So I love yellow light or amber light. I love it. It's better for everything. When driving at night, it's better for your environment and the reflection back. So the lights are amazing. I mean, you can check here. Just let that come right. You can check here. I've got it over there, and then I've got the two Explorer lights. So now, flip. Crazy. Oof. Plastic's flying everywhere. So something I just wanted to show you, you want to make sure you get that end in, because that seals between where those bridge pins go. I don't know what they're calling. I'll just call them bridge pin. And then I got the best tool, I think, since sliced bread. Aha. Right, that's it. Anyway, very excited about that, but let me turn all this nonsense off and square off. And so, an important part of every project is, make sure it doesn't fly away, it's very windy today, is sponsors. Of course, they are very key. So you want to show and honor the sponsors that have put in, a lot of money into making this work. So what you want to do is clean up. I need to clean that up more. Yeah. So that will go on top, way that I do it. I think it's that way or that way. Let me know in the comments what you think, if I should have swapped them around. Just normal soapy water, make it super wet. Then you peel this. You're going to make sure your hands are a little bit clean. Be gentle if it's windy, and you wet this. Like that. Make sure it's wet on top, and then you can place it on like that. Now it's wet and it's loose. Come on. And then Wildberg Trust last. Yeah, I know. It's just so I can get all three on, and then move them around. Right. Same vibe here. Okay. And go like this. Right, and then you just get a good idea of what you want there. I think that looks nice and lined down the door. I can go here. Is it straight enough? And you can always get a level out. And then you just gently wipe. This is a proper tool, and you want to wipe just the edges off, edges out, and that way it'll stick more. If there are any air bubbles, which there shouldn't be, but if there are any air bubbles, they will come out over a little bit of time. So it goes on, and this is how I do the logos. Okay, gosh, these doors need a good polish. Just like that. Quick, easy, and effective. And so good morning to D-Day. We left at just about 4:30 in the morning. It's dark, lights worked perfectly, and I'm sitting here next to my favorite travel companion, Cameron, who happens to know how to work a camera really well. So we are just pulling into Calvinia. We're going to grab some meat and some quick meat for fry tonight. Stretch our legs, quickly hit the road. We want to be over the border by 4 o'clock. The border closes. We want to be over the border. the size of those bad boys. Hello sir, can I have one of those please? Yeah.
Sort of with necklace.
Yeah, please. Yeah. Make it 2 please. 2, yeah. And one of those, and 2 of those. Yeah. Oh, man. Always good to have a look at what else there is here. Because these little towns have amazing meat. Maybe we can take a lot over, but they might have something cool that we can also get. Oh, rusks. Where do we get rusks? What is this? Okay, that's rusks. So if you look there, anyway, you'll see it on the map. We're busy now driving to the southern part of the Kalakadi on the SA side. Lots of amazing red dunes. We're covered in grass now, but stunning. Minutes to go between the SA side and the Botswana side to get over the border. So, hold your thumbs. Hopefully we make it. We're good for opportunities. We've got a few things to do. I found my snorkel nearly came off, so I need to be keeping an eye on it because obviously especially going into rain. Yeah, it's cruise country. Drama Cargo complete.
Oh, Anton, how's it going? Where are you now?
Made it through the border post, 2 border posts. Took 12 minutes. Crazy. That included checking the vehicle. So SA side took about 4 minutes, and then doing the paperwork of Botswana to pay for the road tax or whatever. Check the vehicle, done. 12 minutes, that's pretty quick. Anyway, we're now driving to find a campsite. Well, a wild camp. We'll probably drive for like another hour and a half, 2 hours, and then just before sunset we will hang up our shoes and chill for the night. It's been a long day. We've been on the road since for 14 hours right now. Yeah, 14 hours. Barely 15, long time. Yeah, we're both excited to just talk.
How's the connectivity? What's the setup here?
So Starlink blocked me in South Africa because I was out of my geo region. But I turned it on as I came over the border and everything's cool. So full network, no problem. Thank you, Gillis. Appreciate it. It's nice. It's so nice. South Africa. There we go. So I want to show you something quickly. Oh, I want to go make sure he's okay, but come and check this out. Just for the record, let me just take this from you quickly. That's the SA border on that fence line. I don't know if you can see. Can I zoom in on this? No, I can't. This poor little fella just drove over him and must have given him a bit of a heart attack. So let's get him out the way. How cute is this little guy? Hello, little fella. Where are you? No, there's no cars. Come. You and me, shall we go? Come on, let's take you off the road. This is the route we're going. Now, generally what they do is they will do a pure wee, which is really stinky, and that's their mechanism for protecting themselves. But this little guy, there we go. Let's get him out. Off we go. Cheers, fella. Yeah, off the road. There we go. Yeah, man. That's cool. So that little fella is a tent tortoise, quite common in the Karoo area, which is where to destinations. There's not much between areas, so they bolt quite quickly. And hopefully he didn't turn around and come back onto the road. Very cool little tent tortoise there. Okay, now we do a bit of fact finding. So to give you an idea, problem number 1 is there's 4 screws that go inside. Those have rattled out. I should have put nuts and bolts in, but I didn't, and it's been fine the entire time up until what I saw today. So I need to make this a little bit better. I'm going to bring some tape all the way across the top and down until we get to just to be 100% sure, until we get to a hardware store, and then I can get 4 more screws and with well, nuts and bolts really. Yeah. But I've got the tent up. We're in a very cool spot over here. It's beautiful. Big rain down the end over there, but it's nice and quiet. So we're just going to clean up and put things where they belong. Get some lights going and make sure that we have a little bit of chow, but I'm not really that hungry because Cam had a pretty epic lunch. Thanks, Cam. And so, good morning. Do I need light? Can you see me? Sure. Just woke up. It is 5:30. Didn't sleep the best. We were about an hour outside of, maybe less, outside of Tabong. So we just slept. Very chilled, very beautiful temperature, amazing setting. Let me show you. Check this. Yeah, there's the moon. Let me see the moon. That moon is just over there. Stunning. You just barely see it on there. You'll probably see it on the main camera. But this is our view, man. Check here. Isn't that just the coolest? Anyway, first port of order, first call of order for packing away the tent. We get the tea going. Well, Cam will have coffee. Sorry, Cam. Yeah, but it's alright. There's my clothes. Oh. Anyway, design like that. Right. So for me, coffee is this, or tea is this. There is my burner. It's pretty simple. And then my newly devised. Let's see if the simplicity works. There's a little bottle holder, and then on. Right. Well, it is definitely a lot simpler. Oh, should have done that actually. There's 5.
Slide. I think you just need one of those clips.
Oh, yeah, I think I have. Yeah, the clips would be great. Much better. Normally boil eggs, but because we went over the border yesterday, 0 eggs. They don't allow any fresh produce, any. So we have some long life milk, tea and coffee. I generally keep my stuff in. Cam just takes his coffee straight, dude. There's no filtration on this coffee. Well, no, that's changed, eh? That's changed because you now got the. Yeah, we bought you that thing. Damn, we shouldn't have bought it. Anyway, bought him a proper Stanley press. Oh, Mapani. That is a big lad. Yo, that is a big lad. Look at his nippers in the front. Jeez. Fella, how are you? I'm not even bothered by it. You'd be a nice meal. Super tasty. Okay? Blends in so well. But what the locals do is they take the mapani worms and they fry them. They eat them as a snack. They're actually quite tasty as when they've been fried. Some people don't like it, but it's not bad. You can actually buy it in some stores. You can actually buy packets of this as a snack. It's cool. It's very cool. I did it before. And you? Stage fright. Cam, how much of a coffee scoop? Okay. Needs a bit of a clean. Okay. All right. Batches are here. How much water? Just over half. Put my lid on. So better get used to a camera. In the Middle East, they pour the tea from height, and it creates some air in the tea, and it's very cool. So I actually now shake mine if I can, if it's not too full. I shake it in hopes it does the same thing, and then wait for the first sip if it works. Isn't she beautiful? Oh, that's so good. So calm, except for the drone. Drone's not calm. Oh, last night also, you didn't really get to see, but I took up a lot more here. Yeah, we're gonna hopefully have time to go into a hardware store so I can buy some nuts and bolts. Yeah, can't have this go missing in the rain, that's for sure. And this has made a huge difference. Really stoked. Turns out the lights is an electrical issue, so we're gonna have to get in and follow through and see what the story is. But oh no, I broke a side. I'll show you now. There we go. Let's get going.
2,000 years later.
Try and steer away from the base of power line. I didn't come all this way so I can camp under a power line. Give it another 10 minutes or so. black top, baby. All right. Here comes 250 kilometers of chaos. Doing it now.
Yeah.
Power wonder. Not the power struggle.
Not the power struggle.
So you might wonder, why do we do it? Why do we go and do these things in the bush that's not very easy? And let me show you what not very easy can also be. These are the roads that we have to deal with. And this is what it's like. And this is just to get there. This is not even any of the fun stuff. But this is the scenarios and roads that we have to deal with. I was hoping you were going to move over onto the...
As you're talking. Tell us.
Nice road government. I was kind of complaining earlier, but they've really picked up the pace on the northern side from Gomari. It's really, really good. You can see it's a new road. It's only a single lane in most cases, but... Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
How are you?
Good, thank you, and you, sir.
Thank you.
You having a good day? You want an indicator?
Perfect.
Thank you. Oh,
Yeah.
thank you,
Thank you
sir.
so much.
Bye-bye.
Save dinner.
Thank you.
I think you saw the camera go up and... Nice guy.
Very as friendly as they come.
Pleasant, yeah. So my box of tricks, somewhere in here, I have a tire pressure gauge. There it is. Right. Let's go. Oh. Gosh, everything's in a tight space here. I mean, especially when you hold the camera. Right. Let's check. Oh, do you even fit in here? Oh, just. I use good old school. None of this new fancy stuff. All right, 2.8. Let's drop that down. Let's go down one more bar. We know this road is quite bad. Go. Cap back. Okay, sitting at 2.4. drop it down to about 2.2.
What is that?
This road is just horrible because there's just nowhere to hide. So you're going left and right to try and find the least impact. Horrible. I don't know why the government don't grade this. This whole strip is about 190 kilometers. They should literally just have a grader here all year round, going backwards and forwards.
Tell us what's going on there.
The mount for the bracket that holds the snorkel onto the A-frame was ripped out, and I could hear something. Now I know what it is, and it's a bit of a problem. So now it's a much bigger problem because there's nowhere to really hold it in. There's no, unless I drill other holes, but I don't have. I've got to think about this. This is not an area that you can just do these things. That's completely out. Let's see if this works. This is stuff I bought for something else. What did I buy this for again?
Snorkel
For
too.
the snorkel as well, actually. Here, ironically, this isn't going to fit. This is too big, and I have to look for something smaller. What can I hold it down with in the meantime?
Strap.
But there's no way to strap it around, that's the problem. I can't go around here. So the only way to really do it properly is to actually take the whole snorkel off and do it again. But that's not good, that can't happen now. But we will have to make sure that we'll just keep a very, very close eye on it. Because if this bracket breaks, then bracket breaks, then we need to redo the bracket. But I mean, that's on now. I'm feeling a bit confident, but these roads are brutal. Dude, where's that Allen key? Please?
On my stoop.
Alright, so you.
Straight in.
This goes in there. And that goes there by your feet. So thanks. The hunt for the squeaks are on. Yeah. I know it's a Defender and everyone rips it off, but that's just unnecessary. Go.
Give it a good shake.
Corridor.
Give it a good shake.
Huh?
Give it a shake.
Oh, it's still there a bit. I'll have to find some foam stuff. So we've been doing the fixing on the vehicles and squeaks and whatever, and I actually just stopped. I said to Cam, now we're in an elephant corridor. You can see here by the devastation how the elephants have just come straight through. If you look at what they do, is they completely shear off the branches and the leaves and everything from the trees, and that just creates such devastation. People then see this and then also start their own farmland here. But here's the path over here. If you have a look, you can see the path that the elephants walk, which is not a very big path. But it's wide and it's big, and there's a lot of elephants, a lot of elephants.
Fight Wakanda, Wakanda.
Oh man, that's getting darker and darker. I hope it falls down and then passes. here a lot, and as much as I love rain, I don't want to see it for the next week. There's a lot of water. We have a lot to do. Can't do it in the rain. It's rocked up like 5 weeks early. Surprised everybody. So now we're just trying to make it work. See elephants. Not like this, no. They don't need to come into the water holes unless they're just hanging out. It's not raining heavily. It's already a win.
Yes.
Go and say hello. Yes, I'm going to fit this. I might have to leave some here until I come back.
There's no problem if that as low as
Yeah, I might have to leave some, but I'll see what I can fit now, and then I might just leave some before I mean, I'll pick it up before I leave.
yeah.
Yeesh, that's a lot. Okay.
So are you staying in Seronga?
We're staying in at Boma 4 with Claus.
At Boma 4. That side around after Eretz.
No, but it's that side. I think.
That side.
Yeah, the new one.
Yeah, no, I know the place.
Is it far?
It's not that much far.
I really didn't order that much. Famous last words.
Yeah. I'm good.
You're
Yeah.
looking well and fit. So because of the rain, it's a bit challenging.
Yes.
So we've spoken to Katya and Jack,
Yeah.
and tomorrow and Sunday we'll do the training at in Kashi.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just easier, better. So I think he's organising now that Katwana will pitch in the morning,
Yes.
and then take the team over. Okay, in the morning,
Yeah.
and then we'll do the training and the talking and whatever there, and then come back.
Okay.
Yeah.
No problem.
But I think it's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice here, huh?
Yeah.
I think tonight maybe, it looks like the weather's going to clear up. So tonight maybe we'll camp here tonight.
Today.
Yeah, tonight. We'll stay here. We'll stay here tonight. But I need to check the weather. That's the thing. If it rains, then it's nothing. We'll just see. We'll just see. But we want to say. Can you say hello to the team?
Oh.
So the only challenge here is there's no holes.
Yeah. Not roll this one.
Oh, roll it up.
So you roll the underneath one. Yeah. That'll work.
This one is
I think this will work. And then we need poles. We got rope. We need poles,
Yeah.
and you can put it down. Perfect. All right. Let me get hold of. Let me get a hold of Jack. All right. I'll get the rope.
Yeah.
I think we got the tent sorted. The training facility for tomorrow. Cleaning up the vehicle. Got the wood on the go. Flames being thrown around. And cooking our meat. Always trusted donkey long. But the fire is moving around a bit too much. Yeah, it's getting a bit late for us. What's the time now? Oh, 25 to 7, so we need a good proper meal. Good proper night's sleep. I don't know how long that's going to take. But the guys are cool though, they're in good spirits. It's nice. Excited. Very, as you can hear in the background. Sorry, Doggy. Yeah, you were busy there. All you were something. You're gonna have to sleep later. Let's just check the weather again. Early hours of the morning. And then at lunchtime, all hell's going to break loose for about an hour, and then it's going to come back and hang around a bit. But then it looks like it's clear again tomorrow night. Not clear, but not pouring with rain until 5 o'clock the next day. Alright, so let's hope it blows out.
What's going on, Tom?
Fixing an oopsie. I didn't want the Starlink cable coming out the back here because I was worried about it getting stuck here. It's worked well up until about 45 minutes ago. So now I'm fixing the cable because the cable got stuck in here and it got sliced in half. So thankfully it's just a red and a white. Experience shows bring tools and equipment. I have that. In between chomping, I'm going to try and fix it. And thankfully, I've also got a few of these connectors, which is cool. See it there? Here we go. How cool is this little connector? What was that? Cable in. You lift that, put the cable in, and you lock it. Chilled, easy. Perfect for small stuff like this. Well, we'll find out if it's perfect when it works. I wanted bigger ones to run bigger power, a higher amperage between the front and the back, but that wasn't going to work. How's this going on there? Right. Closed and
Make sure the white and the white is lined up there, not the red and the white.
You want to check my homework, sir?
Yes.
Well, there's only one way to find that out. Either when the everything's in. That's in, right. The moment of truth. Power. Power. Where's the blue light? Breathe. There you are. Alright, let's see if it works. What a schoolboy error. Happens. human. It's all your fault, Cam. Welcome to a Saturday morning. I'm at one of the Claws Conservancy's bomas, the new boma 4. I wanted to show you something. This is one of the original structures for farmers that would keep cattle safe. Keep them in a kraal, it's called a kraal. But you can imagine the maintenance of something like this. So obviously this is old and it never looked like this all the time, but it took a lot of maintenance, a lot of effort. You got to get the poles, you got to make sure that it's safe, and all of this in order to keep the cattle in one place, but also keep the predators out. Claws' job is they've hired eco-herders, which is a team of people that work together in order to care for the cattle. Now, cattle is wealth within Africa, and that's quite important because cattle is basically the bank, the money. The more cattle, walking in soft sand here, jeez. The more cattle, the more money you have. So you want to obviously help it grow, make it nurture it, make sure that it's, that there's no diseases and all the rest of it. So with something like that, you cannot move it. It's fixed. It's going to stay there. Claws' version is an eco version. You can see here, it's a fabric, like a shade cloth. They've got proper poles that keep it up. It's functional and movable. Keeps them safe, keeps them inside. Nothing's perfect. There's never going to have a perfect scenario. The horns do cut through it, so there are issues, but in comparison to that, it's a lot safer. The other thing that's amazing is that they can move it. So it was here a week or so ago. They are able to just take the poles out, move it over and put it over here. So they can keep in the same area here as long as the grazing is safe. And this is something that is important. In fact, I think there should be calves inside. Thorn in my foot. Oh, there's some little babies over there. So the calves are too young. They're too young to go out with the moms because they don't want anything to get lost. So they hang out here, and then they get hungry, and then in the late afternoons, when they bring the cattle back, obviously feed the calves. And this is the importance of what it is, and this is what the program we are doing, and it's so important. It's so key for the empowerment for these amazing eco-herders. And I applaud the people that are sponsoring and putting money in, because they need more of that from you. They need a lot more support. There's running costs, there's all sorts of drama that they run into. The environment's not easy here. It's soft sand over here, there's thorns. The vehicle costs, there's all these type of things that play a huge role. And yeah, look into these guys, they are amazing. Anyway, this is all part of what we're doing, There's a lovely little upliftment program. I've got my name on here so that the oaks can see. They keep calling me sir. I'm not a sir. So anyway, keep watching. Thank you. Are you working today? You're off?
No, I'm off. I was just dropping some stuff in camp. Then I said, just
thank you.
Drop for you and
The problem for us is space. No space.
Yeah, no, I noticed that. I know.
And it's been difficult getting them here. The booze revenue service. Yes, the airport was horrible. It was a nightmare. Absolute nightmare. So like literally, we start at 8 o'clock Monday morning with the passion. Yeah. So it's been a thing.
Yeah, definitely it's good.
I appreciate it. Thank you. I'll take it now to my vehicle.
Thank you.
Have a good rest of your
Just
day. Relax.
Yeah, I'll chill now.
Yeah.
Thanks. Every 2 years, 5 years,
2, 4. Where you fall, you sleep. It doesn't matter.
This topic is a very sensitive topic for Anton to speak about. Anton is not born and raised in this region, but believes being able to talk about gender equality is important as long as he doesn't overstep the line. Kalwano is a trusted friend from the past few years, so Anton believes he can speak a little freely.
Not in my culture, but more in your community culture. That men are more powerful, men are more stronger, and that
the head of
correct of the household, which is right.
Yeah.
But then are women allowed to?
Like to.
Is it frowned upon by the husband or the man to? Is it frowned upon that the woman can learn and study and have good jobs and earn good money? Is that a big thing? Is that a problem, or is that good, or is it depends?
No, it depends.
Okay.
Yeah, depends.
Okay.
Because the culture are very different.
Yeah.
Like my culture, I'm very in my. So if a woman, most of the time the woman is someone who stay in
In the house, in the
the
crawl.
house,
Yeah.
taking care of families or stuff. The men are the role of the man.
Yeah.
The man is the provider.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the role of the man.
And if the wife says, I want to go and learn to study, I want to go and learn something else,
Sometimes it's very difficult, but sometimes,
it's okay.
yeah.
I mean, I know that it changes because when you have a farmland, you can't just leave the farmland. It
The
needs to be
family that are
attended.
very strict.
Yeah.
If someone say, I want to go to learn, no, don't go.
Okay.
But some of the family, they cannot say, no, you can go and learn.
Yeah. Because we want to do a big thing on gender equality.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and we know that gender-based violence is a big thing.
Yeah.
But it's very difficult to talk about. So we're trying to find a way to do it where we're not being invasive and we're not being disrespectful.
Maybe that thing they will help us. They will help even the community. Because GVV is very
It's a big deal. And we don't want to open a can of worms where the husbands get more, or the man gets more forceful. We want to be that he starts to relax and starts to be more respectful, which is part of the soccer project, is to try and do it from young and connect it together. That girls can play soccer, boys can play netball.
No, I got it.
You know, so it's very difficult. Okay, so there's a lot of it really depends, because we were looking at southern Angola, northern Namibia. So this band up here, this along the borders here, Okavango, southern Zambia, Kasani here, and then southern Angola and northern Namibia.
what I notice is sports can reduce conflict,
Yeah,
can reduce crime,
yeah,
because the more people spend much time in the sports,
yes.
they can
Yeah, it changes. It doesn't. So I think when you have too much in one
even they
place.
build a confidence of the people.
Yeah.
Some of the people they are not have confidence to talk to someone. But if they play soccer together, maybe every day, sometimes you can say, "Yeah, I'm here," and then
Yeah.
after that people they can say, "No, I'm a human being now."
Yeah, equal. What other sport is there besides football? What other sport would you think would be good, or some other activity?
Football.
Kutawano's comment to Anton was music to his ears. This is exactly what he had done research on and thought about. The soccer balls had just arrived, and these comments submitted what Anton had thought of all along. The discussion carried on for another 10 minutes. It was perfect because it also gave Anton an ally in the project.
So think about.
There will be more of that to come in the next episode.
You know, because I can't go to the. Well, maybe I can. I don't know. Maybe go to the elders, to the parents, and say.
Yeah.
Working closely with the Claws Conservancy, Anton does upliftment programs with the eco-herders. These programs are to show the eco-herders their value within the organization. As you will see and hear, these are fun tasks with important discussions. It shares the knowledge and understanding what they are able to achieve within the organization.
Have you still got yours? Have you still got your pencils? Yeah. Thank you for participating in this. It's really nice, and we'll have a lot of fun. And that's all it's about. It's about talking, connecting ideas, just showing that showing your value, that type of thing. We are very grateful for being able to do this. Very excited because we get to come and connect with communities like you, and come and talk and share and get your ideas and share our ideas, and try and make a nice program that will help you, because this is all about you. This is not about me. This is all about you. And it's a little bit about Claws, but it's more about trying to show your value and show your worth on what you are capable of. So if there's something that you don't understand, just ask again. Okay, just say, can you explain it differently, or can you ask the question again? So don't just be quiet. If you're quiet, I'm going to think there's something wrong. Okay, all right, so don't be quiet, talk. When we sit here, we are all equal. Okay, so what I'd like to do to start off with, please, is can each of you share a story that is your story, and something in relation to herding and farming. So a story about you, about how you came here, that this is appealing, and this is important for you.
What I'm like to say, I feel free now because I enjoyed this camp, and also when I'm here, I just see some things like it's just this in such a good way going. Like when you are heading, or you are in a party of camp like this, it feels free from me because I'm a header now. I had some knowledge and skills. I can understand some certain things that I didn't know before, but right now I know such a big thing, and I had good many things because I have my partners. That
you want to learn more about Claws. Continue. As a farmer,
okay. But out of it, that you get into more Claws. A pig in a cat, or out of
he want to learn more and close, and he want to take her headly inside the Boma of for. Ish.
At this point, the other eco-herders understand what is expected about saying who they are. Katwano gives some words of encouragement to Lopi, who suddenly feels shy. He just translated for his colleague, but now it feels the pressure on his shoulders. Part of the program is giving them confidence to speak. This is important, because when the farmers arrive, they need the confidence to discuss positives and negatives around the cattle.
Main thing I learned it from my father, just like heading. My father taught me heading while he was just this side inside the river. So we were heading there with my father. I came in close for in 2017. I met the Dimbangombe, and right now I'm here in Boma 4 in Beta. I'm still learning much more again, and it's like right now it's like I remember what I did in 2017, and main thing I teach these guys how to head, how to control cattle while we are inside.
This is Cooper. He is the team leader of Boma 4. Anton had spent time together in a previous workshop with Cooper, so had experience and understanding what to expect. Being team leader means he has to plan and arrange the schedule for the eco-herders and lead them with his knowledge.
My name is Cooper.
Okay.
So, but I employ in Tadzora, but 2020 I employ in clothes. But I learn more important clothes, like to heading and making electricity of quarantine. And
Making electricity of what?
Quarantine.
Oh, quarantine.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah. But right now I'm still learning. I'm more important in clothes. That's why I'm here. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you. You say ladies. You say ladies. Huh? You say thank you, lady. Yeah.
My name is Kes Makaiko. I was born and raised in Beta. I didn't pass my exams, then I came back home. So by the year 2021, I tried to extend my course so that I can go there at Shagawe Senior, but I didn't do it well. But I worked as a police volunteer there at Beta Kuta from 2022 up to 2025 November this month. Then that's why I left the work. Then I came here, so here I want to learn much things, and I want to gain more experience about laws. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is Katwano. He is well known in the Claws organization. Katwano started as an eco-herder and has gradually and successfully moved up within the organization. He is widely respected and very knowledgeable amongst his peers and teams.
Katwano, tell us a story about you.
Okay. Good morning, gents.
No ladies, No ladies.
My name is Kutwano Tsek. I born and raised in Reta. I started working close in 2019. That's why I'm here. So what I learn a lot of things in this project. When I started, I doubt myself, and then I said no, I can not do it better, but because of my hard work. In 2022, I sent to South Africa to learn about leadership and record keeping. When I come back to Botswana, I promoted to be a team leader. After that, now I'm an assistant coordinator, so that is something that I learned. But there's a lot of things and there's a lot of challenges that I faced when I started this project, because to be a header is not something that is very easy. It's something that is very hard, it's very difficult. We need someone who's very patient, and some people that they can understand, they can accept the situation, because like you see, the cloud is, now we are in a rainy season, so there's a lot of challenge. The high possibility of cattle to lose is very high. The herders, they are trying their best to keep their cattle safely.
Correct.
Last week we had an accident in Boma 1 and Boma 3.
Yeah.
There's a lion killed 4 cattle there, but something that we are working on it, how we can improve that thing. Thank you very much for your
Thank you.
With 2 young new team members, Anton understands each of them better. He will now go forward with the schedule and programming to start building their confidence and understanding on their important role as an eco-herder. In the next episode, you'll see some of the training and fun exercises they will do. Welcome to episode 9. In the previous episode, we learned and understood who the eco-herders are. Starting in the next segment, Anton is getting feedback from the individuals about things of importance to them. This gives him an understanding where their head is, as well as expectations that will come up over the next 2 days.
That I picked up on just from hearing the way that you spoke and what you were talking about, right?
Yeah.
Number 1, camaraderie. Camaraderie means friendship. Being together. Camaraderie. Enthusiasm. You're excited about what you're learning and what you're doing. This is obviously new. There's a lot to experience, and learning from your teammates is important.
Yeah.
Poifa wants to learn more about claws because he wants to put his cattle in claws. Where's he putting his money? He's putting his faith in the organization that he works for. That's important. Those are key things. Family herding and teaching herding. So you learned from your father. Your father learned from his father. And that experience, you've all, whether you know or not, you've all got experience. I know Cooper's got experience in it. So that experience is key. So you two have a great opportunity to learn here. You've got a great opportunity to learn from people that have done it and done it for a long time.
Yeah.
And that experience is key, and you'll learn why herding is not just herding. I'm not standing staring at cattle like that. It's not like that. There's a lot to it. There's a lot more behind it.
Yeah.
But Wano made a very interesting comment now. It's coming into rainy season. You have a lot more challenges.
Yes.
A lot more challenges, and that experience is going to be tough. It's going to be difficult, but you're going to learn, and no one can take experience away from you. Nobody, and that's amazing. You learned more about herding and claws than in school.
Yeah.
That's, this is again experience.
Yeah.
You have experience about how to build things, the boma. You have experience about how to look after fires. You have experience about how to herd. You have you're learning all of these different pieces of experience, and that's only knowledge that grows. You don't lose that. It just keeps growing.
Yeah.
And that is so important for you. I'm learning. I don't even do this, and I'm learning. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
And you're gaining confidence. The more you learn, the more you understand, the more you know what's right and what's wrong. And that confidence will hopefully want you to do more. And as we go through some of the things in the program, you'll want to be more active in different aspects of it. Maybe you want to learn more about on the veterinary side. You want to learn more about when the cattle are given calves. You want to learn more about how to build the tents properly, how to repair the bomas. These are extra skills that Claws wants to help you with. They want to invest in you to do better within Claws. You can hopefully one day get your own team, and you can slowly build up to the areas that you want to be at. And that only happens with you. Not me, not Claws, only you can do that. So take that enthusiasm and that that camaraderie, that friendship. Use that as a tool. It's a free gift. Use it to your advantage. Make sense? Cool. Okay, so if there's anything on here you want to write down, use your books.
Anton asked the team to sit in groups. This was important as it creates different ideas from different people and not normally the close buddy they would hang out with all the time. He asked them to please give ideas to put on the board that they think is important for discussion.
Teaching the community about their livestock.
Okay, so
already in brackets you can call them to quarter meetings so that we can teach them how their cattle or their calves to heal the land to prevent the soil erosion.
So you've got to teach the community.
Yes.
After this discussion, Anton gives them something they generally would never do. He asks them to draw in any way they feel something about them, either while eco-herding or personal. This exercise always brings laughter, which is what he is after. Some of the team members take it quite seriously and are gifted artists without knowing how good they are at drawing pictures. This also creates confidence amongst the team members. Mostly it allows them to keep their mind active while herding the cattle.
Should have seen what you were like, dangerously nice. You got me all lost, so blinded. You got me all lost, listen to my heart.
While they carry on with their drawings, Anton gets the fire ready and boils water for tea. He always brings some biscuits as a short icebreaker before having fun and looking at their masterpieces.
He's happy to share their picture with everybody.
Yeah.
Can we see?
Yeah.
All right. Who's going first? What have you got? Is that you?
Yes.
Is that you? And you're ahead of the cattle?
Yes.
So you're leading the cattle?
Yes.
That's beautiful. I love it. That cattle's good, eh?
Yes.
That's good. Maybe a bit of a unicorn on their head, but it's good. Let's have a look. What have you got for us?
We're in the field.
Yes? You're in the delta, yeah?
We're headed just as you see.
Yes?
Yeah.
And you got those are baobab trees?
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful, man. Very, very cool. And you got all of you around it. That's lovely.
This one is Boyfa and this one is Cassie.
Yeah.
And this one is me. This one is...
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. That's well done. What have you got? Let's have a look.
Yeah, and the food.
Yeah, you got the cattle?
Yeah, the cattle.
Yeah. And that's you. Who's that?
Cassie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got all ears like this. Are they listening? Very, very nice, dude. Yeah, well done. Yeah, what have you got for us? Oh, that's nice, eh? That's very cool. Well done. I like the grass, nice and green. And this is a giant person with his head in a tree. That's very good, man. Well done. And those are birds. Oh wow, that's cool. That's very cool. Cooper?
Yeah.
You're home. You got all your you do your home.
Yeah,
I love it.
Good stuff.
That's very, very nice, man.
Yeah.
And there's the fire with the wood and the flames.
Yeah.
Very good, man.
My tank.
That's a very good tank.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah.
Okay, can I take a video? All of you hold it up for me.
Yeah.
I just wanted to hold it up, hold it up. Hold it up for me. You ready? Quite a important subject. It's called impact mapping. Impact mapping. So you spoke earlier about proper grazing, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Don't call me sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
As the afternoon rolls in, Anton starts asking more pertinent and important questions.
Your
As light-hearted as the discussions are, they become quite serious. These are questions that have to make them think in their own groups. They have to bring up ideas and thoughts that provoke change, that support each other.
Maybe boma design, you know, maybe where the tents go in relation to where the boma is, okay? So you can imagine the boma is here, but you put your tent other side over there. That's no good.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And then comfort and safety for the cattle, and comfort and safety for you. Okay. So let me put that on the board. Now these are some of the subjects. But we must talk about others. Maybe you've got other ideas. Maybe you've got different things that you want to discuss.
Yeah.
Go about 50 meters.
50 meters.
Yeah.
Okay. 100 meters. How many meters should it be? No. So I'm not asking what it is now. I'm saying what should it be? When you move here, what distance do you think should be from the tent to the boma? 100. Okay. So 3 of you said 100. One said 50 and the other said 3. Well, you said 300.
No, I'm losing here.
Blows everything that way.
Yeah.
Okay. But then the distance from here to here should be 50, 100 or 50 meters. One of the three.
80. When you put 50.
Thank you for watching episode 9. In the next episode, the weather gets darker, but the mood lightens up. It's time for a little repair work, some downtime and some dancing.
Okay, so maybe I cut a hole here. Definitely shouldn't have been a surgeon. So I've got to be careful here. Here's my all-time, well, one of my favorite worth tools. This long one. It's just beautiful. Okay, let's take my watch off. See if I can get my arm in without dropping anything.
I have a lot of training in clothes, and I understand what is going on.
Okay.
That's why I say I want to be a coordinator.
Coordinator, that's your reason for your motivation.
That's me. My goal, I want to be a vet.
You want to be a vet?
Yeah.
My motivation is I want to be a professional header, because when I look around, I feel more excited because like there I said, because I want to gain some knowledge and skills. And when I'm here, I feel free, and I want to get more and more about this campaign or whatever, and it gives me some more confidence when you do such things like this. But I enjoy more and more. But I'm also I just had my own to be a storyteller, but I didn't know that because I already happy now.
Good.
Yes, I want to be a Boma vet officer.
A Boma vet officer. What does a Boma vet officer do? Is that the one that goes between all the Bomas? Okay. And you wrote all this down in the story in your books. Is that right? Because I asked you to write a story. Did you write a story about what you want to, your motivation? Did you write it in your books?
Okay.
Okay. And then this afternoon we're going to if I could get my cozy from inside, I would have a shower. Make sense?
Yes.
When a lion or a predator comes, who or what is the first thing that makes a noise?
Dog.
The dog.
Yeah.
So shouting at the dog, hitting the dog, kicking the dog, you're telling the dog I don't care for you, but you need the dog. And the dog loves you.
Yeah.
It also loves the fire because it's warm.
Not right now.
Not right now, it's dying. But these are things that are important to your environment. You need the dogs.
As the day came to a successful end, the cattle returned back to the boma. Cooper, together with his team, went and counted and made sure everything was okay. The fire restarted as we opened up our tents and started brushing off the afternoon rain. Anton takes some time in the afternoon while the day is winding down to do the repair and maintenance on the 3D printed snorkel and trying to understand again why his Vision X lights wouldn't work.
I feel a bit more relieved. The most difficult one is on, the one right underneath here. But thanks to the width, I don't know how long this is, like 30 centimeters. Flipping beautiful. That can get through the top there. Now I've got to fix the two ones in the front. So that might be a bit fiddly because luckily there's a bit of a lip that goes up from the snorkel, but because I don't want to drop anything down the front. So there is a bit of space in the front, but got to choose battles. So got more important things to do right now and go and hang out with some cool dudes.
The mood lightened up and the joy from the day began around the African fire.
Morning. It's been a semi-long night. The dogs went absolutely ballistic this morning, I think at about 3 o'clock. So we know there was lion in the area, so not so sure what it was. It didn't sound scary bark, but you never know. But I thought I'd go for a clean this morning, which is inside here, and a bucket and clothes. And I was wondering why there's a short skirt like that. It's a little weird, it can't shrink. And then because of the heavy rain, it's like this. So we need to open up, I don't know, it's going to be messy either way. So what I might have to do is just open the, might have to just pull the zip. Oh no, maybe I can just push it over. Let's see. Oh, there we go. That was completely pointless. Anyway, I actually need two hands to unzip it. Yeah. Oh, there we go. I think that's pretty much all it is. Actually not a bad idea to have an open shower. Why don't we just do that? Oh! Alright. Okay, that's how it rolls. So right now we're at Boma 4 working with Claw's Eco Herders. It's an amazing project and opportunity. We're doing a team building, we're encouraging, we're showing them what their value is. They're in a very harsh environment. It's not easy. There's a lot of sand, there's a lot of bugs, and a lot of animals that can kill you. So what we want to do is empower them to show them that they have great value. And it works so nicely and so smoothly.
Really?
Wow, there's about 15 babies, or maybe check that from maybe it's feeding or going to. There's about 15 babies. The little one here that still got part of the umbilical cord on. It's not even stable on its feet. Shame. So they have to, from a certain age, they keep the calves in here for protection. And because they can get lost outside. So that's a smart farmer. Hello, sir. I spoke to him about his cattle and is he happy? He says yes, he's happy. But he needs to go. I said, where are you going? He said, no, he's got more cattle, about 35 I think. At his kraal, which is about 5 k's down the road. And I said, are they not part of the same? He says, no, he's just put in 15 here and he's just testing to see if the cattle are looked after. So I said, that's right, so this is a bank, basically, as cattle as well. And he said, yeah, he said he's just testing to see if it's going okay. And then if it is, then he'll start putting some more cattle in. So, smart guy. Extra smart because he had a rifle. So the day for us starts. The cattle are out of the boma. They've gone into the field, and we are going to start now with the team and start carrying on with the program where we finished off yesterday. Yesterday we got cut a little short because of the storm, and thankfully that was only about an hour max-ish. So we'll carry on now, finishing off today, and then do the final ceremony stuff later. But it's been cool with these guys. Very motivated. You can see they've put effort and energy into this, which is really, really good. So yeah, we're going to get the tent ready. We're going to get everything squared off and start. Yeah, we're leaving here today, so we're going to our next camp. Don't know where it'll be yet. Probably camp at Wild Bird Trust tonight and just chill, and then start at Beach School in the morning. But let's carry on watching. Well, no, you carry on watching. The people in the village, the farmers, the village people, the people that know you, they know the trail on the grazing. Yeah. Okay, very good. Very, very good, yes.
Part of what happens next is a great exercise for the eco-herders. Each of them chooses to be a farmer or an eco-herder. It's important to show their knowledge and skills when meeting potential farmers outside of their work environment. One must practice explaining, and the other must ask questions.
You all know Jack Bush.
Hi there, guys. I just wanted to let you guys know that in the year that I have been at Claws, the level of commitment, dedication, patience, and perseverance that you guys have in executing your duties in a job that is not one of the easiest, in a job that for a long time there's been stigma towards. You guys have stood above the rest and shown that this is indeed worthwhile. With your love, first of all, with the cattle that you work with, your patience with the communities, the wildlife that you work with, that you encounter every day, your ability to survive out here on a day-to-day basis is just absolutely fantastic. And one day, when you look back and realize that you are a part of something great, you are a pioneer, you are part of something new, something fantastic, that in the long run will work for the benefit of everybody. I hope you can give yourselves a big pat on the back, because wow, I take my hat off for you guys. Well done.
So there we have a recap of Boma 4. It was an epic 2 days. Really impressed and stoked. Just a brand new Boma, as I've said. So there's a lot for them to do and realize and figure out, and Herding isn't easy, the environment is challenging, and they're ready for the challenge. They're ready to take it on, and that's what's like so amazing. They hide from the sun under the trees, they hide from the rain under the trees, and yeah, and they protect the cattle, and that's something that's incredible. They've got their tents and everything is on that side over there, and then there's the boma down the end. We're going to go now to the boma. We're going to have a look and see about repairing one or two of the poles, but there's a lot to go for this team, and yeah, I was really excited about their participation in the program. It's been so cool to experience. To be honest with you, there's a thorn right in an unlucky spot. I'm just checking underneath my vehicle because obviously we hit a lot of water and sand and mud, and I'm just doing the due diligence underneath, and I'm so glad I bought these specs cars cover for my eyes. What do you call them? These spec protectors, so I can wear my glasses and still be able to see, because there's so much mud and sand underneath here, anything just falls under, so I'm pretty stoked. But yes, it's just loaded with mud. Hi Jack. Comrade, just letting you know, we found these prints in the delta straight in from Nkashi. So we're just taking a drive in through the delta. Obviously this is what they call as the wetlands, but it's not wet yet because the rains are just coming in from the north. The rain comes from Angola, and it comes down the fingers that you see if you zoom out on the map down into this area over here. And part of what Cam found was one thing, but I realized that there's very fresh line prints. So the spoor is a little bit too fresh. Now in that direction is the boma, so it's about 2 k's that direction, I think, maybe a little bit less. It's deceiving because you're zigzagging in low range to get through here. So it's quite a, yeah, I'm just letting the guys know where we are, so I'm sending them a lat long position and they'll know what direction to look. I reckon we go that way, maybe we can find line. So good morning, it's finally the day. We're on our way to Besra Primary School. We've just left the Nkashi Knowledge Center. It's an amazing place. I'll put a link below, you can check it out. We're with Bocello, who's in the knowledge bus ahead of us. He's driving a lot faster than I thought he would. And we're driving past a very smelly dead hippo head. Literally hippo head. Yeah. Anyway, it's a day that we've been planning and waiting for like the last, say, 4 to 5 months, and we're super excited to actually get the ball rolling. Excuse the pun. We're doing 3 schools today. The first one is close to us, so literally probably a 5-minute walk. But from here we're heading out to Gadigwa, which is nearly an hour's drive. Not that far kilometer wise, but the roads are really bad because everyone's fixing their vehicles.
What should we be excited about today?
Watching kids jawl and play together. That is what's exciting for Mama. I've been wanting this gender equality for ages, and I've been wanting to do this, and using sport as a medium just seems to be the simplest, easiest, most effective way in order to make it work. Gender equality is a number of things, and it creates a number of problems. We have to consider culture, we have to consider the environment, the villages. We don't want to interfere, and we definitely don't want to create any problems. So we will get the ball rolling, again, excuse the pun, and just see how we can adjust what we thought would work and what will actually work, because that's never the same. We need to get on the ground and just play around a little bit with which is the right way to get it more effective. So what the plan is we're going to talk in the classroom perhaps, or underneath a big tree. All the schools have big trees, so underneath a big tree, and just communicate with the kids, get them to respect and understand their land, their teachers, things like that. And then we're going to split teams, boys and girls on one side, boys and girls on the other side, and hit the soccer field. And that's what's going to be exciting for us. Exciting for me, and I think everyone is ready to see this unfold. So very exciting. Again, excited. I'll say it again. How many? 5 times excited.
Been yet? No.
Sorry?
I was just asking if I can help you by plugging it in. But
Nah, it's easy.
Right, yeah.
It's an easy fix. And a nice quick one. Where am I? There.
We are sorry, how are you set?
Good, thank you for asking.
Sorry, what? Who?
Good morning, Mr. Anton.
Good morning, how are you?
We are fine and how are you, Mr.
I am so excited. Do you know why? No. Because this morning, we're going to have some fun. We're going to talk a little, we're going to play a little, and you're going to refresh your mind. And you might learn something new and different. Do you want to learn something new and different?
Yes.
You live in a village called? What's your village called? What's it called? Yes, correct, yes. And you're in school, right? You're learning, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So you're in school, which is a gift. And we like gifts, right? We enjoy gifts. Yes? Do you like a gift?
Yes.
Okay, so teachers. Teachers are a gift. Do you think so? Yes or no? Oh, best you say yes, the teachers are listening. The teachers are a gift. Do you know why the teachers are a gift? Because they're teaching you, they're educating you, they're showing you how to read and write. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so without reading and writing, what would happen? Maybe you want to be president one day. Do you think you can be president without knowing how to read and write?
No.
You have to study, right?
Yes.
So teachers are that stepping stone to showing you things that you might want to learn. Because everyone wants to learn something different, right?
Yes.
What do you want to be when you grow up? A pilot. Beautiful. Okay, what do you want to be when you grow up? A soldier. Very nice. What do you want to be when you grow up? What do you? A lawyer. Okay, so these are all things that you need to understand. Numbers, letters, words, and without the teachers, you don't have that, right? Do you have that without learning from teachers? No. So your land is a gift. The land, it feeds you, right? It gives you food, it gives you the cattle, it gives you crops, it puts food on your plate. You need to respect the land, you need to look after it and keep it clean and grow the crops and maintain the crops and look after the cattle, is that right? Yeah. It also means, as boys and girls, you need to respect each other. Is that right? Yes, it is. We have a soccer ball here. Is this football or soccer ball? Is it a boys or a girls sport? It's a boys sport. You put your hand up if you think it's a boys sport. No one. Okay. Wait. Put your hand up if you think this is only for boys. Do you think this is a girls sport? No? Do you think this is for boys and girls? Exactly. It's for boys and girls. What do you think? Do you think boys and girls can play in the same sport? Yes, they can. And we're going to do that today. But we need to do that with respect. Because girls can do what boys do. And boys can do what girls can do. Girls can also play football. We need to respect the girls. We need to look after them and we need to care for them, right? And same for the girls and the boys. Girls, you need to look after the boys and your friends. You need to respect them and care for them. Because you're in the same village. You're growing up learning the same things. And you need to respect each other. Because if you don't respect each other, it's going to make it very horrible. Do you think it'll make it fun or horrible? That's right, it'll be horrible. It won't be enjoyable. Okay. So does anyone have any questions about what we call as gender equality?
They grew up in the same village. Here, Armopele Mazoho. Here, Yomuwe.
It seems like the girls are braver than the boys. Eh? Is that right? Are the girls braver than the boys? Eh? I think the girls can be just as brave as boys because you're all learning the same in the same class. You all live in the same village and you all have the same quality of life. Give me a yes.
Yes.
Okay, I'm not convinced. Give me a yes.
Yes.
Alright. Shall we go and have some fun?
Yes.
Once the classroom had moved outside, Anton started preparing some goals and selected 2 captains.
Okay, let's put...
He wanted to leave this to the kids
one
to
over
sort
there,
out
and
and give
then
them confidence.
count. How many?
There was
One?
1 boy captain and 1 girl captain, and it was amazing to see what happened next.
Alright, you are captain. Ow. Ow. Okay, you are captain. Alright, get your team in order. Tell your team who's going to be in the front and who's going to be at the back. Alright, come. Okay, get your team in order. Come. You can tell your team. Tell them. You must just tell them. Right, you go at the back, you come in the front, you go on the side. There you go. It's amazing. The girls are like honest. Okay, who's where? Come, tell your team. Did you see what you did? When I said you just need confidence. And she just goes, confidence. And now look what she's doing. That's it, you're just flipping so good. That's good. That's right. So you need some players on this side, right? Because it's empty. So you need some players to protect the goals over here.
Defender.
There you go. You know what, they're kids. They don't care. They just want to run around the field and have fun.
No problem.
Goal kick. Oh,
How was that?
the girls rocked it. It was crazy. Actually, I'll go this way. Yeah, they're very shy in the beginning, but the moment they started gaining confidence, going, actually, I can do this, the girls rocked it way more than the boys did. It's brilliant. Anyway, the sports teacher is so motivated, he now wants to put together a bit of a tournament, and he's having a final chat with the kids, which is really cool. Very excited about it. Yo, first call, out the way. Besha, you didn't disappoint, that's for sure.
Anton.
Mr. Anton.
Say hello to Mr. Anton.
Hello, Mr. Anton.
Say hello to Mr. Anton.
Hello, Mr. Anton.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Perfect.
Good morning, how are you?
We are fine, thank you, sir.
How are you today?
Fine.
Good. Do you understand my English? Yes, are you sure?
Yes.
But I'd like to talk about equality and respect. You have teachers. Do you respect the teachers?
Yes.
Do you know why you respect the teachers? You know why? You can tell me one reason why to respect the teachers. Anybody? Okay. You respect the teachers because they're educating you, right? They're teaching you. So here, what is this? It's a soccer ball or a football. What do you call it? A soccer ball or a football? It's a football, right? So is this a boys or a girls sport? Who thinks this is a boys sport? Put your hand up if you think this is a boys sport. One. Is this a boys sport or is this a girls sport? What do you think? Is this a boys or a girls sport? For the boys. So when you studying or you're in the field or you're doing something together, you are both equal. Do you agree? Does that make sense? Are you sure? Do you want to maybe explain that in You've listened to what we've said. Respect the girls and girls respect the boys. Play nicely together. Don't be hard or harsh. Be gentle. All right. Two of you. I need one team that's got 15 or 16 boys and girls and another team with 15 or 16 girls. Can you organize that, please? All right.
Anton often likes to stop in the villages and pay respects to the village Kazi. English means the chief. It's always a good time while on project as Anton doesn't live in the area, so not always around. Today he met with Colin, a junior chief with big ambitions. It's always nice to hear what they are looking to achieve, but this request Anton believes it is too big. Let's listen to what he has to say.
You come and chat and they just want. Anyway, we'll figure it out. The big thing he wants to do, it's anti-poaching is difficult. There's more money in the poachers than there is in anti-poaching. That's the real challenge. He's got a big task ahead of him, but listening to his history, I understand why the poaching is a challenge. I mean, there's more than enough elephants, not to say that it's good, but it's not going to make a difference to them. And I think I'm not on the fence on poaching. There is no, I don't do poaching, but it's a big thing for them to do. The regions are massive. The resources they're going to need are like off the charts. But they'll be able to find through different things. They'll be able to find routes and people and where they're coming and going. So anyway, let's wait to see.
How was day one at Soccer Project?
So good. It was amazing that the kids listened and absorbed it, and they thoroughly enjoyed from what it looked like within the classroom, but on the field too. And that's exactly what I was hoping for. And it was great. It's only day one, but it's thanks to some great sponsors that this has happened. Can't say it any other way. Can't say much more than what an epic day.
Where are you driving to now?
Right now we're heading off to Coexist to say hello to some friends, and then we're going to find a campsite, and we're going to probably stay in the delta somewhere and have a wild camp. Hope some elephants come by, or some lions, maybe hyena, you never know. But yeah, it's rain's coming. It's been around us. In fact, it looks like it's blowing up past us now. But yeah, we're quite keen to go and say hello to some buddies, and then find a place to put our tent. There's someone coming up behind me. I don't know who it is, but they're not exactly slowing down. I'm supposed to pull over Nana anyway, so I'll just move out the way for them.
Tell us about this patch.
A little bit of PTSD on this side. The last time we decided to come here, there was hippos and crocs on the right, and a lot more water than there is now. And we thought we'll do this little dip over here. In fact, it ended up being this one on the right over here, and yeah, it gave us a bit of a skrik, to say the least. I'm glad to say the water has subsided. Yeah, so beautiful and green. Its cattle must be loving this. Yeah, I reckon we camp out this side. We go to the old place. A good old spot. Yeah, the other people are worried. Cars coming around the corner. This thing has come off like 13 times.
13.
Huh?
13.
13. Come on. Dude, the crunching is going to destroy me. Okay, so a quick one about the battery. So we've been pumping in normally about 60 amps with a CTEC and the CTEC Smart Pass, which has gone well, but because of the heat, it's not working. It's not working, sorry. It's about pumping in on average now between 20 and 30-ish amps. I just opened the battery box now just to have a look, because it's been very bumpy, pretty brutal. Things are breaking, and I just wanted to open up and just make sure there's no water or anything else, which is no water, thankfully. But I'm feeling the CTEC 250, oh, that's the Smart Pass, is fine, not a problem. But the 250 is definitely overworking. Sorry, that is hot. This battery is fine, and the auxiliary battery is fine. But yeah, this is being overworked, which is okay. I would just want to give it a bit of a time to cool down, so I've left it open. Now we've got the awning up. We've got rain coming on that side. We've got a fair amount of cattle, but we've got some zebras all the way along over there. We've had some baboons across there. There's a caribou down that end, some more zebra over there. So we're hoping the zebra come close, but the problem with zebra is they're very skittish. So I'll put the tent up now early, waiting for the rain to pass on, and then we will get a fire going and settle. But yeah, it's just stunning spot we're at now. It's a bit of a private, known to us only. We don't share these things of where we're camping. We are in the panhandle at the moment, and we are doing it that people know that we are here, so it's not just some fly-by-night vibe. So I've got my firewood is over here, and everything is just looking smashed. Had a big storm roll through last night. I'm just grabbing a bit of breakfast and starting to pack up to get ready for the next school. But I thought before pack away the tent I do any of that, but I'll come and just show you how stunning and incredible the Okavango is. There's the vehicle down the end. But actually one of the main reasons I popped down this side is because, fishing all over the place. The elephants were here last night. I don't think there were many, but I was just looking for any footprints and spoor or whatever it is that they would leave behind. But I can't find any. Oh, a bit bummed. But we heard lions last night, plenty hippo. Don't know why there's no hippo here, but there's definitely hippo further down, further south in the delta. The lions were about 2-3 kilometers away. But no, I don't see anything special. Maybe further on the other side over there. But yeah, it was stunning. Yeah, that storm rolled in, flipping. I think at 11:45. I just saw 2300 something and quickly battened down a few hatches. Anyway, another hot day, semi-cloudy, beautiful sunrise, and we're going to hang out with you guys.
Gets cold, let's turn up the heat, yeah. With every beat we feel the night could be surreal. When the beat drops down low, let it pull you in real close. Are you down for it? Tell me, are you down for it, boy?
As Anton and Cam navigate finding their way to the road to the next school, the scenery is spectacular, with the zebras hugging around the vehicle from a distance. Having a morning start like this is never lost or forgotten. Anton is heading towards the next school called Gunotsoga. Anton and the school are quite familiar with each other. He has done eye testing projects amongst other humanitarian projects with the school.
The rain. Yes. It did. Well, one said no, you didn't have rain. Maybe they were sleeping. Eh? Okay. So today we want to talk with you a little bit about equality. So boys and girls. So where are you now? Yes?
School.
You're in school, correct. And when you're in school, you're here for a reason, right? Yes. So we need to respect our teachers, correct?
Yes.
Yes. Of course we need to respect our teachers. Who can tell me one reason why we need to respect our teachers? Who knows why we must respect our teachers? Everyone says you must respect your teachers, but you know why? Anyone want to? Okay. What do you want to be when you grow up? A doctor, right. What do you want to be? A nurse, brilliant. What do you want to be? A teacher, wonderful. And you? A soldier, and what do you want to be? A doc, beautiful. So you need to study and learn, and you need the nourishment from your land, you need the teachers, and you're going to need to learn to respect each other in order to do those things, because all of those things help people, right? Doctors help people. Teachers help people. And that's beautiful. That's exactly what we want. We want equality for everything. So what is this? What type of ball? A soccer ball. Okay, is this a boy or a girl sport? Boys and girls. Do you know that you have a national Botswana girls soccer team? Did you know that?
Yes.
You did know? Okay, so that means that girls...
After he finished with the classroom, the kids headed out with much excitement onto the sand pitch. The yellow cones were placed out on the makeshift field, and the kids were getting ready to share responsibility in 2 teams.
huge thank you to the sponsors. You guys have been amazing, and I really believe this wouldn't have happened without you. I'm going to read them out because there's a bunch. Total Sports, you guys have been fantastic. The soccer balls are amazing. Worth, Tuckler, Auto Excellence, Vision X, Northwest Overland, out of America, you guys have been really helpful. Our camper as always, Liquid Molly, Compendium Insurance. You guys have been so helpful with cross-border issues, cross-country. You guys are spot on. Jao Reserve, Nakwa, and Natural Selection. None of this would have happened without you. The funding is amazing, and we wouldn't be here unless we had fuel to get soccer balls and all of these little bits and pieces. So thank you very much. As you see, the kids are having an absolute blast, and I just want to thank you personally. Thank you again. Okay, there you are. So we've always seen this sign, veggies, and we've looked on the map, and it's heading in towards the water, towards the delta. So we have a bit of time now, and in order to support locals, we're going to have a squiz and see what it's like. It's very, very thick bush here. Doesn't look like it's very friendly bush, but we're going to give it a shot. It looks like it's only a few hundred meters in towards the delta, and who knows, we could find some pretty cool stuff. Well, that's a bit of a letdown. We were hoping to meet the farmer, but great farm. Jeepers, he's done really well. He's got his crops in line in order. He's got a plow. He's got it fenced off from the elephants, which is really smart. Because you can see the elephants have come through here quite a bit already. But because of all the rains, the green has just shot up. So I also don't know, maybe someone can tell me, is this bush is a thorn bush, and it's horrible, and there's just so much of it. But yeah, unfortunately on this occasion the farmer was not in, so we couldn't check out and see what he did. But well laid out sort of farm, perfect position for water, lots of groundwater. Yeah, super stoked. Maybe we'll meet him along the way. We'll be back.
Beautiful location.
Lovely, eh? Perfect shape. So we're taking a quick whiz around the southern side of Sarunga and see if we can find some lekker campsites. Jack Bush is driving.
I'm not sure about this. This is what actually made me check for myself.
So, are there crocs here?
I don't think so. No, it's drying up now.
I mean, it all depends on how hard. Should we walk it?
Let's walk it down. If you can get across there, there's beautiful spots there where you can go camp.
Listen, there's some business opportunities with the bombers that you must really try and get into.
I'm all ears.
The selling compost.
Yes.
Dude, it's cost nothing for them to bag the compost and sell it in mound for the grounds, for people, for farmlands and whatever. Lunchtime. Someone's going to harness the power of elephant poop and fire. How cool is that? We just came across a little fishing village. I wouldn't call it that. Fishing campsite. Where these ladies come in over however a week or so. They mend their fishing nets and then they throw the fishing nets into the delta, which is right ahead of us. Now we're looking for water that we can see and where there's no reeds. I don't know if we're going to win with that. So there's a Makoro, so here's the water. There's a lot of fishing nets here they need to clean up. No, this isn't going to be for us, unfortunately. Not this side. We're going to have to try and find somewhere else. But we've got to be careful. We don't want to go into marshland and get stuck and have to phone people. Luckily we know the right people, but don't want to have to phone them. I'll never let it down. That's wet. I'm not going there. I'm not going there. Yeah, it's dry. Okay, dude. So if I look at it, this is fine.
No, but I want to go.
But I don't know about further.
Yeah, that's further that way. I don't think this is good yet. It's got that deep green color to it.
We really need to be on that other one because that seems to be like
that's papyrus over there, which is the main
well,
channel.
that's where the water is. But if you look there, there's no papyrus along there. So that's not going to tell us anything. What this is. No, we're far from
anything major.
We're far from the major one. I mean, also we want to be around here. So essentially, we should actually try and find a way to go back and be around here.
There is a channel there, which is an issue.
Yeah, you see, we're not gonna. Yeah, you're right. We're not gonna make it to there either. So essentially, I reckon we go back and hang out with those dudes, give them a little bit of food, chill with them. But it's not gonna. Yeah, it's not gonna work. So the only other way is to go back onto the main road, go back onto the dirt road, and try and find something closer. But that's going to take an extra hour.
Yeah.
I don't really want to sit in the car for an extra hour. Alright, let's turn around. So we are in the middle of nowhere. Literally, that's the delta and that's the road we came in on, as you see, and we are just looking for a campsite and we came across like the most amazing thing. These ladies camp here and they fish. Check at this. So what they do is they camp here and they mend their nets, which is just over here. I'll see if I can take a photo. They mend their nets and they they catch the fish, they clean it up, they do all of that, and then they go and sell it in the village, and it's fully salted. So then you got to put in water to freshen up and get all the salt off, and then you fry it. But check, here's the nets. Oh, I've got to be careful where I walk. There we go. I don't know if you can see the nets. Yeah, and then the delta is right over there. Flippin' awesome.
Once Anton and Cam had found the right spot for the evening, Anton went over to the head of the family and asked permission to stay close by. This always brings much joy to learn more about the local communities. He randomly asked about the possibility of a Makora boat ride, and with joy was told, yes, of course.
Here it is. Open delta. Are there hippos? Yeah? And crocodiles? Plenty. Lovely.
Harness the power of elephant and fire. They're all standing there watching us going, why are these two white men looking at a fire so closely? Check. What's wrong with these white men?
Oh, they just light it there now.
Just light it and walk away.
Poor fire training to perform.
walking around with a flask. So the reason that I chose soccer balls to be a huge part of this project is because it allows the equality of the kids to play together. And I think it's so important as a father of a young girl that I want her to know that she can do anything she puts her mind to it, and that she's not suppressed just because she's a girl. In the rural communities, there's huge challenges, and between the gender-based violence and all these other bits and pieces, which is more on the adult issues, I want the kids to know that they can do anything that they put their mind to it, and that girls can do whatever it is that boys can do, and boys can do whatever it is that girls do. You know, there's this huge perception that soccer is a boys' sport, which it's not. And I want to get that out of their head, and the only way to do it is to get them to enjoy a middle ground, for example. And I put together the project, and we got some amazing sponsors that were very keen to be involved, because we find that this encourages the kids to play together. The girls realize that they can actually play soccer with the boys. They realize that this is actually fun, and that it's not just a boys' sport, and that they actually have a Botswana girls national team, ladies national team. So, you know, I think these type of things go a long way, where they get to play on a team together, and the boys go, oh, but hang on, you know, and the girls go, oh, but this is great, and it just shows the value on how sport, which is huge within these communities. Part of the challenge is that the governments have not been giving the sports equipment. We've been getting this feedback from the heads of the departments at the schools. They're saying that they don't get the equipment, so the kids don't get to play. They get to run out and do normal break stuff, but they don't actually get to do the sport. So the moment we're handing out the 10 soccer balls with the pumps and the markers, it becomes a huge deal. And that's really what we're trying to encourage, is that the kids get to play together. They get to respect each other. They get to respect the teachers and respect their environment. You know, without the teachers, they don't get to learn and study. And without their environment and their culture, their farmland, they don't get to get crops. And, you know, these are things that I find are so instrumental in the way that they grow, that they are allowed to do these type of things. And the results are becoming amazing. We've been given feedback that once the kids have played a bit of sport from the soccer balls, when they go back into the classrooms, they're a lot more attentive and alert. They've obviously burnt off that energy on sitting on their bums, and it's amazing to hear. We're so excited to get this type of feedback, because that's what it's about. And we just want to thank you and encourage you to come along for the ride. And if you have other ways and things that you think would be great, pass them over. Let's see if we can do them. So one of the ways that this works so well and smoothly is we partner with people on the ground. On this project, we've partnered with Nkashi, which is an amazing project in itself. They come with a bus that has books in it. It's a knowledge center, and what they do, good morning children, and they know the kids on the ground. They know the teachers and the heads, and they're involved in the day-to-day intricacies a lot more than what we are. They see the great value in this, and this is what we want to do. We want to partner with people on the ground, regardless of the region, because we're not here every day, they are. And it's great that they see the value, but also that they can do the follow-ups, that this is not just a handout and then people go their separate ways. We want the value to be lasting. We want the balls not to be missing. And we want them to follow up on some of these projects when they come into the schools, and they visit the schools in their certain regions daily, and that shows a lot of accountability, which is huge when it comes to humanitarian work.
Thank you.
Now, do you, and maybe teachers block your ears, do you respect your teachers? Yes. Do you know why that you respect your teachers? Do you know why? I mean, I know you said yes and it's great, but do you know why? Has anyone told you why? You respect your teachers because they teach you and they're educating you and they're helping you to grow and learn, right? So without the teachers, you're not going to get very far. So if you want to become, what do you want to be when you grow up? A doctor, right. What do you want to be when you grow up? A nurse. What do you want to be when you grow up? A teacher. And what do you want to be when you grow up? A doctor. So you won't become a doctor unless you study in school, unless you learn hard, right? Okay, so everyone learns the same thing. That's equal. Did you know that you had a girls' national soccer team in Botswana? Did you know that?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's not a boys' sport. I know many boys play it, but it's not a boys' sport. That means girls can play on the same team as boys. And do we think that that's important? It's important because it brings equality. We want to be equal.
Roles tsa bone di tshwana a kere ya ka go bua ka football re godile re itse e tshamewa. Nowadays we have women soccer team go mo go so wine a kere
I heard all girls say that I want to be a doctor, I want to be a nurse. Do you know in Botswana we have a female soldiers?
Yes.
Mosadi wa lesolo la Moizi.
Yes.
Ha isile ba bone?
Yes.
There are female soldiers. I get it.
Yes.
It's not only for men, but also for. Hey, they can carry guns, they can drive, they can even drive the truck.
Yeah.
Study petrol.
So.
Yeah.
You can choose whatever you want. I get it.
Yes.
You're capable of doing whatever men can do and also what women can do. There are female, there are male nurses. Yes, balance. I get it. We are both equal. I get it.
Yeah. Please, ma'am, I need you to listen. I need you to be here. Boys, be gentle and kind and caring with the girls. All right? Do you hear me, boys? All right? So when we play the sport now, don't be rough and tough and kick the ball hard and hit the girls by accident. Don't be like that. The girls, be exactly the same with the boys. Be mindful and respectful and kind and gentle. Don't hurt girls. Don't hurt the boys. So just be friends together. You play together and you encourage each other because we are all equal.
No pushing. Let's respect each other.
I mean, it goes all the way down there. What girl wants to be a captain? A girl that wants to be a captain? No girls want to be captain? Oh, no way. The other schools, there was always a girl captain. Okay, you put your hand up first. Go first. Okay? Come up. What boy wants to be a captain? Alright, come up. Gender equality means that boys and girls have the same opportunity. Do you think so? Yeah, of course they do. The last time we were here, we were, I'll use the word flabbergasted. We were stunned by how well you kids played football. How well you organized your teams. You didn't have to do anything. You were bored because you were so good. So when you're playing, you each have a position, right? You've got a goalie, you've got a defender, you've got a striker, and they've all got their own position. Is that right? Yeah, so when they're playing, you kick to the one that's going to play their role. And we respect that for them. So does anyone have any questions? Does anyone have something they want to share or think about that they want us to think about and share while we're talking about equality? But remember, respect for each other is very, very important. Not everyone has an equal opportunity and an equal time, and you have a very good environment here that cares. So shall we go and play some football?
Yes.
Okay. Are you sure? I don't know. You don't sound like you want to play some football. Do you want to go and play some football?
Yes.
All right. So how many, shall we do 1 or 2 teams? I don't know. There's a lot here. Or maybe we have 1 team. I don't know how you want to do it. We can have maybe some playing, and then they can rotate 2-3 minutes, and then they can rotate with each other.
That's the word.
They can work. Okay, because then they can finish and get back into class.
Monday the 17th.
Monday the 17th. Are you ready for it?
Yes, sir.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Have you been studying?
Yes.
No. Whoa. My daughter. I know it's challenging, and the boys don't care. They just get on. Of course you do. And that only happens if you listen to your teachers, if you respect your land, and if you respect each other. So thank you very much. It's humbling for me to watch such a good team play on a field that's not the best field, you know that. But that's okay, because you're learning. And you're doing well at this. Imagine what it's like if this was a perfect pitch. You might be bored. You might go, I don't want this, I want my old one back. Eh? You never know. So thank you very much. Well done, boys. Well done. Thank you. Alright, I'll leave this with you. It's been in the bush a few times, but yeah, that's yours. You've got the other balls. Alright.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Anton.
Thank you, Anton.
Oh, that means everyone gets 10 push-ups, eh? Eh? Well done. Well done. Well done, my boy. Well done, well done, well done, well done, well done, well done. You guys are really good. Stick to it. You were captain, eh? You were captain. You did well. Organize your team. Get them sharp. Alright, let's go. Come on.
You are highly welcomed in Tubu Primary School 4x4 Outfar Group. Primary School is situated or located in the outskirts of the Okavango Delta. This is a beautiful school. The school is surrounded by beautiful low palm trees, aka Matau in our own language. Established in June 1985. I said it's a small school because it consists of 10 teachers and 172 people. I welcome you.
My turn.
Yes.
Can I stand there?
Please stand here so that they can see you very well.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. Wow. I have been to many schools. Never have I had a parade behind my vehicle. This is definitely something that we will not forget. But firstly, thank you to the BDC, the Kafosi that has left. Thank you for your amazing speech. It was good. I'd like you to write my speeches going forward, please. It was really good. Okay, so, children, what is this? What type of ball is this? It's a soccer ball, right? Who likes soccer?
Yes.
Yes? I don't see many hands. Maybe not many people like soccer.
Le rata bolo. Le rata bolo.
So, this is a gift. Your land, where you live, so we learned from the amazing speech, is a gift. The snakes, the elephants, sometimes it's challenging, but they're a gift for everybody. It's for boys and it's for girls. Can someone give me an example why it's important? Yes, hand, sorry, yes. Keeps your body healthy. Very good. And another one, yes? It's good for exercising. You burn energy in your body, your brain relaxes, and sometimes you learn better. So it will help you. So boys, are you listening, all the boys? I want to hear louder. Are you listening, boys? Yes. When you're playing sport with girls, you have to be gentle. You can't wrestle and fight like you do as boys. You've got to be gentle and you've got to be respectful, right? Because you can't hurt the girls. And girls, don't hurt the boys, please, all right? No hurting the boys. Girls, we be kind to the boys. We get from Jar Reserve, one of the sponsors, and which is very important because they are quite active in trying to make things better with the school. And they've been in contact with me a lot and vice versa. And this is how we ended up talking to them. And my foundation and them are working to try and do more for the kids. So I want to present there's 10 soccer balls. And so there's 11, including that one. And the pump for the soccer ball, which we will use in a bit. So, yes, I'll explain later how it works, but you can take one out.
Dumela. Ha te re tiseditswe dibolo tse ke yone mpho ya lona la utlwa.
Okay, you are one team, right? And you are one team. Remember, boys, look after the girls, and girls look after the boys. You are one team, so you pass to each